In this video, we're going to spend a few minutes talking about why we build computer networks. Now, I know for most of you in 2021 and beyond, this is pretty self-evident, especially with the rise of COVID-19 that has led to remote working and remote education and us being able to do a majority of things online. But I just wanted to make sure in this course that we at least spent a few minutes talking about why we build computer networks and some of the benefits that we get. So to think about that and to premise this conversation, let's think about before computer networks were prominent. And to be completely honest, for some of you, this is going to be before you were born. So let's go back to the 1990s, 1980s, and 1970s when I was born. Well, how did businesses do business? How did people communicate? Well, I remember everything going through the postal service. Everything went through them. We didn't use email. We didn't type things up on our computer. Everything was printed out and we sent it through the postal service. I remember my sister in high school, and it might have actually been in junior high. She had a pen pal in Europe and they would write each other letters. So they would write letters by hand and send them through the postal service. I remember working for my dad. My dad was a contractor, and I remember there was an actual building where we went to bid on jobs, where we'd actually look at the blueprints, take them out, get a sheet of paper, mark them up, tally everything up, and submit bids based upon us actually writing everything out. We didn't use computers. We didn't do any of that. We didn't have spreadsheets. It was all done by hand. Now, if we think about how things were done in the past, when everything is done by hand, when everything is gone through the postal service, when we're not digitizing things, when we're not backing them up, when we don't have a lot of reliability, well, this can lead to things being both slow, i.e. the postal service, and unreliable, i.e. writing things down by hand, not having backup copies, and also sending things to the postal service where we don't have it going through registered mail. So now let's talk about the benefits. Some of the benefits to building a computer network. And again, I know a lot of this is pretty straightforward, but comparing the past to the present, computer networks allow us to communicate and work in a faster and more efficient manner. So when we're talking about communication or working or whatever, that could be email, it could be video conferencing, both for work now with Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Skype, and also through online education, through schooling. All this stuff is going through video conferencing. And if we think about things like Google Docs and other software suites that allow us to collaborate with other people online, this allows us to be more efficient and allows us to work in a faster manner. So computer networks and the sharing of electronic data has encouraged us to do so. There's so many different types of technologies that allow us to work in a more seamless manner. And what does this lead to? Well, it leads to standardizations of policies and procedures in how we operate. So if we think about it, we have what are called SOPs, standard operating procedures, for a lot of things that we do at work. So going to COVID, people going from working in the office to working remote, they've had to develop SOPs for remote working, for people to log into the network, for people to communicate with one another through SharePoint or Teams or Zoom or whatever it be, for them to create procedures for giving people access to things. So network security, access control, this leads to the standardization of policies and procedures. Additionally, when we talk about computer networks, it provides us with the benefit of having data backups and recovery if we implement them. So that's a big if. If we implement them properly, we have our data backed up and we can recover it. Whereas if something's just on paper, so for example, my dentist still has paper charts. They're sitting there in his office. Yes, he does digitize some things, but he doesn't digitize everything. So what happens if his office burns down? Those paper copies aren't backed up. He can't recover them. But what if he has stored everything on a network, on a server that backs up to the cloud? Let's just say Google, or we'll say Microsoft Azure, one of those different services. Well, then he can easily recover it. But if it's just a paper version, you can't. So when we think about all of these different benefits they lead also to cost savings. And cost savings in terms of the types of cost savings, well, there's a lot of them, and I could probably go on for 20 minutes. But if we just think about COVID-19, there are cost savings for both the employees and the employers. Yes, there are some initial costs to ramp up, to build up the infrastructure to allow people to work from home. But once you have that in place, if you think about the building costs, you don't have to pay for electricity and the internet service provider for your building. A lot of costs go down for there. You don't have to pay for janitorial. So somebody that may have leased a big building may downsize to a smaller building. So you think about the real estate costs. There's a lot of lower real estate costs for employers. For employees, you don't have to drive into work. So you have time savings. You have less wear and tear on your vehicle. You don't have to pay for parking. If you have to go over bridges, you don't have to pay for tolls. So you get a lot of benefits as well. Yes, you do have to have increased utilities at home, but that can be a tax write-off. So there's a lot of cost savings that are involved. And then when we talk about the technology itself, being able to back up our data and quickly recover it versus a paper version where you can't, well, that's a long-term savings as well because your data is safe. So anyways, I know that our short 3-minute lecture turned into a 7-minute lecture, so I'll cut it short there because we could talk about this for quite some time. So hopefully this was beneficial. Hopefully it wasn't just me rambling too much. Hopefully it got you to think about why we build computer networks and the benefits that we get out of them. So thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next lecture. Take care.